How do you choose the right one? Well, that's what we're going to talk about on today's 5-Minute Focus.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for our 5-Minute Focus. And we are going to talk about an amazing topic, how to choose the right one.
Yeah.
And the reason that this came up and the reason we want to talk about it is because marriage is so difficult.
It is.
We all know people who have been divorced, and we've all been to weddings where, they're so in love, and then 2 years later, they're divorced. And here's the point. Marriage is very challenging. So maybe the problem isn't money. Maybe the problem isn't, what people are facing. Maybe the problem is we don't know how to choose the right one.
We're starting off on the wrong foot.
We're starting marriage on the wrong foot. Yes, I have feelings of love for this person, but is this, once those feelings go away, what are the troubles going to be? Well, God gives us an instruction on how to choose.
Exactly.
And here's how we can choose: by knowing what our roles are in marriage. Not just, we're together and we're in love.
Good.
There's actually roles in our marriage.
And even if you find yourself married right now, you probably know somebody who's trying to find the right one, or maybe you have kids, and I don't care what age they are, start teaching them this now.
Even if they're young, because teaching our kids, if you want to do something great for your kids, teach them how to choose a right mate. The Bible tells us this, very clear instruction out of marriage. I heard you say this at a wedding you did one time. Out of all the things in the Bible, marriage is very, very small. There's basically two things God says about marriage. And he says this: wives, submit to your husbands, as is fitting to the Lord, and husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. I mean, those are the two things that God says in marriage, that you have different roles there. So if you want a happy marriage down the road, and God says how a marriage works is by both fulfilling those roles, then maybe that's where we should start by choosing a mate.
So how do we apply this? What kind of stuff should we take out of this?
Number one, tell your kids this, and even your friends, everybody. Number one is, know that there are roles in marriage. Know what they are. Be aware that husbands, your job is to lead and direct and guide this house and love your wife. Love her. Wives is to submit to where this guy's going. So number one is know that that's where this thing's going to go. Number two for husbands or for men, and that is to look for the right characters in a woman that you can love. Not the characteristics of good looks, and so much our culture sells us on good looks.
All the time. That's all we look at.
And men are generally looking for someone. She's a babe, or she looks great. Like, not a good qualification for getting married.
Not for marriage.
Marriage,
right.
yeah.
You just want to have a good time.
Fine, whatever. But marriage down the road, good looks ain't going to get you very far. Men, here's your to-do: look for a woman that you love her on the inside. And I mean this, and this is not just old-fashioned. This is somebody who she's going to be in 10 years. Or it's her character that you fall in love with. Love who she is, not what she looks like, but who she is, what her personality is, her character. And is she a person that you would be willing to die for? Is that a person that, I love her personality. I love how she laughs. I love how she responds. I love her and who she is. Look for that, and not all the other stuff. Not what kind of job she has, not what she looks like, not what she drives. None of this stuff.
That doesn't matter for marriage.
Instruct people looking, men, women, your second thing to do. First thing is to know what the roles are. Knowing those roles, what should you look for? You should look for a man that you can easily submit to. A man that you're not going to have to motivate him. A man that you're not going to have to get him stay on task and do your job. Don't look for a man that you're going to have to always boss around, tell what to do. The lazy bum doesn't do anything, and look at he doesn't want to do with the kids. He disciplines wrong, whatever. You need to look for a man that you would easily say, I would love to follow him. He knows where he is going.
Find out those things.
That's what you're looking for. If you know that this is what marriage is going to be, maybe we need to be better at choosing. Ladies, choose a man before you fall in love. Choose a man that has the characteristics in him that you can easily follow. He knows where he's going. He has a destination. He has principles he lives by. He has principles that he wants his home to live by. And that these things are valuable. I want to end with a quick story.
Yeah.
My youngest daughter got divorced. She was married for 5 years and got divorced. And it's just pretty similar to so many stories today. They were in love when they got married, and then things didn't work out. So the second time, when she was ready to start dating, which was a couple years after she was divorced, she decided to actually take these things into consideration. So I'm not going to look for a boyfriend. I'm not going to look for a future husband in any characteristics except the ones that I can easily submit to and say, I want to follow him where he's going.
And she actually
wrote it down.
Wrote a list.
Was on her refrigerator.
I remember hearing the story.
Here's a list of people. I won't date somebody unless they've had a steady job for so many years. I won't date somebody who doesn't have money in the bank. I won't date somebody who is in debt. Mm-hmm. I won't date somebody who listen to this one. I won't date somebody who doesn't love his mother. I mean, isn't that awesome?
Talk about choosing the right person.
Choosing the right one. And she found that right guy, and he has all of those qualities. Of course, he's terrible looking. He has nothing else going for him. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Choosing the right one. Use these principles in choosing.
So think about that this week and who you can share this with.
Hey, we really hope that this video was helpful for you. If you'd like to stay up to date on our weekly content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click on that little bell icon so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. And if you'd like to support the ministries here at Access Church and help make videos like this possible, there'll be a link in the description below. As always, we appreciate your partnership in helping us draw people into a growing relationship with God through Jesus Christ.